Good day everyone. Today I will be discussing about cover and undercover. So what is cover? Cover is a means by which individual, group or organization conceals the true nature of its activities and existence from the observer. So, pag sinabing cover, it is an activity that is used to conceal the true purpose of an individual. Kumbaga, yung cover, diba, sa Tagalog ng takip. So, bakit ba tayo nagtatakip? Diba, para maproteksyonan yung sarili natin. Ganun lang din sa undercover operations. May cover para maprotektahan yung mga agent. Kumbaga, ginagamit yung cover para i-conceal yung tunay nilang activity or agenda from the others. So, there are several functions of cover. Number 1 is offensive. This gives access to the target and facilitates the achievement of the clandestine objective. So, pag sinabi natin offensive, iba yung defensive, you're protecting yourselves from other. Yung offensive naman, ikaw mismo yung aatake sa kanila. So, bakit nga ba sinabing offensive yung function ng cover? Kasi, ikaw yung mag-infiltrate, kumbaga ikaw yung papasok sa sistema ng kalaban. So, para syempre meron kang goal in mind to obtain information or anything from the enemy. Kaya siya tinawag na offensive. Next is defensive. This is utilized to prevent detection on any clandestine activities of the undercover agent or intelligence collection agency. Kaya naman siya tinawag na defensive kasi yung cover ginagamit to para maprotektahan yung mga undercover agent from being exposed na sila ay isang agent sa kalaban. Various nature of cover. Number 1, there is witting or unwitting exposure on the part of the undercover agent or the intelligence collection agency. Kumbaga, may mga times na may exposure sa part ng undercover agent and it can either be aware sila, kumbaga, mapapaisip sila na hindi dapat nila nagawa yung isang bagay na yun kasi it may expose them of being undercover agent. And may times naman na wala silang alam na may nag-give away information na pala sila about sa tunay nilang agenda. Next, 2, any cover that is subject to close scrutiny for an extended period of time will probably compromise. So, kapag yung cover is kumbaga dumaan siya sa matinding examination, kumbaga there is a high possibility na pwedeng ma-burnt out or ma-expose yung cover nyo. Next, number 3, cover might appear plausible to the user, however, it is not so to the observer. So, kumbaga, kung ako yung gumagamit ng cover, pwedeng para sa akin kapani-paniwala to, pero sa mga taong observer, it is not. Number 4, the cover must provide undercover identity with the opportunity to get the work done. So, kumbaga, hindi ka naman pwedeng gumawa ng cover na hindi naman to magbibigay ng opportunity mo para matapos mo yung isang operation. Kumbaga, yung kukunin mong cover, dapat sure ka na makakatulong yun sa operations ninyo para ma-achieve yung goal. So, there are broad concepts of cover. Number 1 is cover for status. This is a cover that is general in nature and relatively permanently adapted to explain the work presence in any given area and general status in society of the undercover agent who is adopting a cover, suitable in a given covert operation. So, kapag ang isang tao is meron silang specific identity, for example, student or businessman or teacher, yun yung sinasabi natin cover for status. Next is cover for action. It is a cover designated in driving away or allowing the performance of a given clandestine activity. This may be an extension of cover for status. Yung cover for action naman, for example, nakita ka sa isang area, kailangan may cover ka kung bakit ka nandoon para hindi ka maging kahinahinala na talagang in mind mo na pumunta ka sa lugar na yun para mag-spy sa isang tao. And kaya siya sinabi na extension of cover for status kasi syempre, kung for example nasa beach ka and then nakasuot ka ng formal attire and yung cover for status mo is businessman, so kailangan may cover for action ka kung bakit ka nandoon. Possible na nag-wait ka ng business partner mo and etc. Kumbaga, dapat blend into the surroundings. Number 3, natural cover. A cover which completely fits the true background and capabilities of the agent. It provides maximum security protection to any clandestine activity and allows greater operational flexibility. So, pag sinabi natin natural cover, kung ano talaga yung undercover agent as a person, kumbaga yun yung cover niya. Kumbaga magko-cover siya as a teacher, kailangan may idea talaga siya or nagtuturo talaga siya in some ways. Kasi mas maganda na yung cover ng isang tao is nag-fit sa natural background niya kasi mas papaliitin nito yung chances na mabuking siya kasi nga parang in-natural na lang sa kanya yung role na yun kasi nga yun talaga yung buhay niya. Number 4 is leaving one's cover. The agent must make sure that every public action he takes fits his assumed cover and that a total picture presented to others accurately affects his cover. So, kumbaga, kailangan, kung ano yung cover mo, kailangan you have to live at it. So, kung yung cover mo is teacher, kailangan yung itsura mo presentable. Kailangan yung actions mo is actions na isang teacher. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-action ng barumbado kung teacher naman yung cover mo. Doon pa lang booking ka na. So, kumbaga yung leaving one's cover, it is the act of maintaining one's identity. Number 5, official cover. A cover sponsored by an covered agency of a government, either national or local agencies operating at or near the target area or person. So, yung cover nito is typically associated with the government. Kumbaga yung government mismo yung nagbigay sa'yo ng missions or assignment to undercover. And since you are in official cover, mas nagiging legitimate or credible yung cover mo kasi mas magiging kapanipaniwala kasi nga under ka ng government. Next is non-official cover. Cover adopted by the undercover agent who is free of any official semi-connection to public or private entities. So, ito naman, yung mga non-official cover, kumbaga, ito naman yung mga walang ties sa government. So, kumbaga, kung nag-work sila sa isang government, yung cover identity nila has nothing to do with the government. So, wala silang safety net. So, if ever na maka-enkwentro sila ng police force, ganyan, hindi silang protektahan ng government kasi nga they need to live up to their cover. Next, number 7, artificial cover. Cover using biographical data adopted by the undercover agent for a fictitious purpose. So, ito yung cover na ginawa lang or fabricated, like gawa-gawa lang with the purpose of obtaining information. Kumbaga, nothing sa information na to or sa cover na to is totoo. Ginawa lang to para ma-support yung clandestine activities. So, next. Requirements for cover. Cover which may be either civilian or military, must meet the following requirements. 1. It must provide freedom of movement. 2. It must protect the investigator from compromise. 3. It must be consistent with the social status of the target personality. 4. It must provide adequate leisure time. 5. It must be sufficiently flexible to meet changes in the situation. And 6. It must be consistent with the financial resources available to the investigator. So, bakit kailangan na mag-provide ng freedom of movement? Kasi nga undercover agent ka, hindi mo basta-basta ma-achieve yung goal mo na ma-infiltrate yung enemies kung wala kang freedom of movement. And you must protect the investigator from compromise. So, as a cover, kailangan protektahan mo yung mismong undercover agent na hindi siya mabuking. So, kung ano yung papel mo, kung ano yung cover mo sa kanya, you need to fulfill it properly. Next is, it must be consistent with the social status of the target personality. So, kumbaga, kung ano yung personality na in-adopt mo as your cover, kailangan ganun ka, kailangan consistent ka para hindi ka mahuli. Next, it must provide adequate leisure time. So, kailangan meron kang enough time for the cover. And, kailangan flexible ka to meet the changes in the situation. So, kumbaga, kailangan may plan A ka, plan B, plan C, D, E, F. Kasi, hindi naman sa lahat ng oras sa ayon yung panahon or yung sitwasyon sa kung ano man yung pinlano natin. And, syempre, kailangan consistent tayo sa financial resources. Kasi nga magastos talaga kapag isa kang undercover agent. Next is different types of cover. Number 1, natural cover. It is the using of true or actual personal background to fit the purpose of undercover operation. So, kagaya ng discuss ko kanina, kung ano yung mismong personality ng tao or kung saan siya magaling, mas maganda na yun yung ikuha niyang cover niya kasi nga, kumbaga mas malaki yung possibility na hindi siya mabuking kasi nga, sanay na siya sa ganung activity. Kasi yun talaga yung activity niya as who he or she really is. Number 2, artificial cover. Kaya din sinabi ko kanina. Ito yung cover na gawa-gawa lang para lang talaga solely purpose nito is to support the covert operation. Number 3, cover within the cover. This requires the use of secondary cover in case of compromise, which necessitates the admission of a lesser crime. So, kumbaga, yung cover within the cover, nasa ano na sila. They're already in a false identity. And, syempre, kailangan nila mag-adopt ng additional layer of false identity para, kumbaga, kung may mabutasan man dito, kaya pa siyang magawa ng paraan kasi nga meron pa siyang another cover. Next is multiple cover. This is the adoption of any cover identity as wished by the undercover agent. So, yung multiple cover, pwede siyang mag-cover as a doctor, pwede rin as a teacher, pwede rin as a psychologist, as a student, depende kung ano yung kaya niyang i-handle. Next is numerous hazard to cover. Number 1, statistic or dormant position. Example nito is yung mga cigarette vendors, tricycle driver, road maintenance, utilities, and the likes. Number 2, in hostile active opposition. Examples, friendly forces who do not have the need to know. Number 3, hostile active opposition. Example, enemy intelligence activities or forces. So, kinonsider silang hazard to cover kasi sila yung mga possible na makapagpa-burn out or makapagpa-booking sa isang undercover agent. Next is, what is organizational cover? Organizational cover is an account consisting of biographical data which, when adopted by an individual, will assume the personality he wants to adopt. So, yung organizational cover, meron siyang biographical data. Kumbaga, nandoon yung mga different types of cover na siguro, cover identity, and then, syempre, yung individual, mamimili na lang sila kung what type of personality yung gusto nilang i-adapt. Objectives of organizational cover. Number 1, to camouflage and protect operational personnel and their activities. So, kumbaga, to conceal and protect the personnels and yung mga ginagawa nila. Number 2, to protect the vital installation in which clandestine activity are based. Guidelines to organizational cover. Number 1, organizational cover must appear to produce something. So, syempre, hindi naman pwedeng eme-eme lang yung cover. Kailangan meron kang mag-produce. Kailangan merong product yung nagawa nyo. Number 2, it should devise that not all personnel will work together at the same time. Number 3, cover should be devoted to the mission. So, pag sinabing devoted, kailangan kung ano mismo yung cover mo, kailangan magstay ka lang doon. Number 4, start with small organizational cover and provide room for expansion as it continues to grow. So, kumbaga, mag-start ka muna ng maliit hanggang sa i-build mo ng i-build as it grows. Guidelines if cover is compromise. So, ito daw yung guidelines kapag na-booking na or at risk na yung cover mo. Number 1, move out immediately. Kailangan umalis ka na sa kung saan man yung pwesto mo kasi kung talagang na-booking ka na, kumbaga, nasa in danger na yung life mo. Number 2, start new facility for operations and develop it. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na na-compromise is mag-stop ka na. Siyempre, meron pa rin kayong goal in mind. Kaya, you need to start new facilities and develop it. Number 3, build entirely new cover. Number 4, use circuitous routine and provide careful counter surveillance. And 5, be patient. Build slowly and carefully. Next, concepts of undercover operation. Undercover operations have become a standard feature of the contemporary police activities. This can take in many forms, from an inconspicuous stranger who turns up to help a demonstration to a trained deep cover agent who may spend many years working inside a target organization. These operations can be launched locally by the police or law enforcement agencies, or by any intelligence collection units or offices. So, may binanggit dito na deep cover. Kumbaga, ito yung agent who may spend many years working inside the target organization. So, di ba may palabas before na The General's Daughter, ganito ganyan, si Angel Locsin. But, mapapasok natin yung undercover operation doon. Although, sila yung enemy. So, kumbaga, yung society yung kalaban, kumbaga, ni-raise nila si Angel Locsin to infiltrate the military. Siyempre, para siya daw yung pumatay sa sarili niyang ama. And in order to do that, ni-raise nila yung bata in undercover, kumbaga, ni-raise siya ng iba yung identity niya, iba yung pagkakakilanlan niya, iba yung pangalan niya, iba lahat. Kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-example sa deep cover agent. So, kumbaga, mahirap silang mabuking kasi nga, simula pa talaga maliit sila, na trained na sila to do that, to undergo the operation. Next is, what is undercover assignment? Undercover assignment is an investigative technique in which agent conceals his official identity to obtain information from target organization. So, yung undercover assignment, meron niyang marami siyang type of assignment. So, kunwari, sinabi natin residential assignment. So, kailangan ng tao is tumira sa isang neighborhood in order to obtain information. Meron naman yung social assignment na kailangan pumasok ng isang undercover agent sa isang social gathering para makagather ng information or evidence. Meron din namang employment-based assignment. Yung mga employment-based assignment naman, ito yung mga kailangan pa nilang mag-apply. Kailangan pa nilang maging employed in order to carry out the mission. Next is necessity of undercover agent. The team's job is to protect the undercover agent and assemble a mass of evidence so that a subsequent prosecution doesn't rely entirely on the testimony of one police officer. So, kaya importante yung undercover agent sa law enforcement kasi they are the ones who gather information and evidence. Kasi hindi naman enough, gaya nga nasabi dito, hindi nila kailangan mag-entirely rely sa testimony lang ng one police officer. So, kumbaga, mas reliable yung evidence nila kasi nga, mas deep-rooted yung pinagmulan ng evidence nila. They are really important because they can gather information na talagang mahirap i-obtain kasi nakasalala yung life nila in obtaining this information. Kaya talagang hindi siya basta-basta. And they can also provide evidence that can be used to build a criminal case against those targeted by the undercover activity. Kasi diba may mga criminals na mahirap talagang mahuli. Kaya nagkakaroon ng undercover agent para talagang mapasok yung sistema or yung kalaban and to look for information or gather for evidence para mapinpoint na yung taong yun is talagang gumagawa ng unjust actions. And that's all. Thank you.